Hi everyone, happy Wednesday. Change this so I can see who's showing up. There we go. Hi, how's your week? It's the first week back for my kids, so I can do this without any worries of them coming and interrupting and asking questions as kids do. So I hope that your September is going off on a good start. Mine is so far. Today, I'm talking about intuition. I haven't posted a poll in a while because a few sessions ago, I did a mini session, on helping you uncover what is blocking you from getting to the next level in your life. And while I only got a couple comments from that were words, I got some smiley faces and some hearts and things like that, which I love, keep them coming. I only got one really singular statement about somebody's blocks, but it really unlocked quite a few different things that I can cover. So I'm glad I have such a context of coaching to kind of read in between the lines and see how some simple statements can really uncover quite a bit. That's my clock, but you might hear my birds. Intuition is not... I've seen people talk about artificial intelligence and how intuition is not a good enough resource because it's only based on past experiences. That is fake news. Intuition is not actually based on previous knowledge. It's an inner knowing. It's not based on logic. In fact, there's two completely different parts of your brain that are responsible for logic and reason, your frontal lobe, and the parts of your brain that are responsible for intuition, which is your insula and your anterior cingulate. Your insula is really an older part of your brain. You've had that for a while, so it's no surprise that you might have had intuition, that we as a species probably had intuition before we evolved into higher levels of thinking. Intuition is something that you can witness in animals. Animals have it. And the anterior cingulate is a part of your brain that connects your emotions with your cognitive center. And both of these parts of your brain are responsible for social interactions and spiritual concerns. Yes, there actually is a part of your brain that they've identified is responsible for spiritual, I don't want to call it spiritual cognition, but spiritual thought, spiritual sense, actually. It's not as much thought as it is sense. So, and same with intuition. It's not as much of a logical conclusion that you come to as much as you feel your intuition. And literally you feel your intuition. Your body and your intuition have a relationship. And there are conscious ways that you can strengthen your relationship with your intuition. You can, first you can learn the skill of muscle testing. When you know something in your inner core is true, your muscles will be strong as you speak that truth or as you hear that truth. But if you speak an untruth or think an untruth, then your muscles will get weaker. So if you need to understand if something is the right decision, I recommend looking up muscle testing. There's ways that you can do it with a partner. That's the way most people do it. And there's ways that you can use your fingers. It can be tricky to learn that way because your conscious mind sometimes interferes with the ability to adapt to that skill. But increasing your self-awareness and all the things that you can do to increase your self-awareness, such as meditation, such as mindfulness, such as things that help your mind-body awareness, like yoga. Those are all conscious ways that you can improve your relationship with with the parts of your brain that provide you with intuition. I get clinical. Well, if you've been here before, you know I like to get clinical because I'm a questioner and I need to understand how things work before I buy into them. And so understanding the science behind why hypnosis is effective and the parts of the brain that are responsible for that, neuroscience is important to me. It may or may not be important to you, but it's also because I've seen comments, not many, but the ones that I do see just tend to make me scratch my head, by business professionals who feel like intuition is not appropriate for the workplace, that it's voodoo or woo-woo or too emotional or too, I don't know. But it scares me a little bit because we're moving into such a data dependent time. Big data, aggregated data, and analyzing the data. And data is awesome. There are certainly things that we have learned about the world around us, the people in it, and trends and things like that, and how things are moving. I mean, where would we be without data and no understanding where our climate is going, and how we can save that, right? But there's also, when it comes to data, a statistic on how accurate it will be. And if we rely on those statistics, then we will be wrong some of the time. And the times that we're wrong can be in a really big way. So professionally and personally, I feel like intuition and data should be analyzed together. And ultimately, if you have to choose, if one says one thing and data says another, then go with the intuition. I have found that to be the best thing. And it's not like, I use my intuition and suddenly I make a decision and everything looks rosy in my life, but maybe in the long term, I find out that that was the right decision. For instance, I had to pick a wedding day and we had to pick it far in the future. So who knows what the weather's going to be like, but we were going to have an outdoor ceremony, and we were going to have a lot of people, and all the venues that we talked to that had outdoor venues had very small indoor alternatives. And my husband was the last of 10 kids to get married, and everybody was coming in for it. So we needed a big place, and we really wanted an outdoor wedding. So, but they said, hey, if it winds up being on and off rain, we're just going to call it indoors. And we knew that there'd be a lot of people standing. And even though our ceremony was only going to be a half hour, so, it was important to us that we pick the right day with weather as best we can. So I got the Farmer's Almanac and I looked at the few weekends in October. October is when I really wanted to get married. What it looked like was that, and just looking at the weather from the previous years, was that too far into October, even though the foliage might be better, it could be cold. And we didn't really want our elderly relatives or any frail relatives to be outside. And there were a few of those that we thought might make it. So we wanted to rule out the cold weather. I mean, we could have a free cold weekend, whatever. We looked at other weekends. So the first weekend in October, the second week in October, we looked at the weather. And the way it looked was, to Farmer's Almanac, was that October 7th was going to be the weekend with the nicer weather, and October 14th was going to be the weekend that was going to be tropical storm weather. Okay. But something just felt wrong to me. And so I was like, I don't know. I don't really want to go with the 7th. There's something that tells me not to. We put papers in a bag and we picked them out, and we picked out 7s, like all 7s. And I was like, no, I got to go with my gut here. I'm going to go with the 14th. So we picked the 14th. What happened was, in 2005, was a tropical storm came through the week before our wedding, and it rained for a week. It rained. We had our rehearsal dinner the week before because we were getting married on Friday, so we had it the previous weekend, not at the location, but at somewhere else, and it was torrential. And it rained, and there was flooding, and I mean, there's no way we would have been able to get married inside. It rained up until the morning of the wedding, and everybody was like, "Karen, I gotta, I know you really had your heart set on being married outside, but it's kind of looking like, it's gonna be inside. Are you gonna be disappointed?" And I was just like, "Don't worry. I just know. I know that it's going to be nice. I know that the sun's going to come out. I know that they're going to be drying off the seats when we get there. I knew all that. And that's exactly what happened. And everybody else was shocked because all signs pointed to it was just going to keep raining. Now, there was still leftover flooding and people did have trouble getting to the venue on time because of it. But you know, we had our outside wedding. Everybody got to sit. So there was I've been very thankful for the times in my life that I listened to my intuition in spite of what conventional wisdom might have told me. And that's another thing about listening to intuition. So I'm always trying to explain who is this session for, right? If you know that it would be challenging for you to listen to intuition over data, or if your job would be at stake because of that or anything like that, then, I want you to very carefully consider this, because what I'm going to suggest to you in this session is that I'm going to enhance your relationship with your mind and body so that you can be more in tune with when you're feeling your intuition telling you to go in a certain direction, or when your intuition is telling you not to go in a certain direction or make a certain decision. I'm going to also enhance your trust in your intuition, okay? So if you're an analyst, for instance, actually this could improve your performance as an analyst because it might tell you when the data is pointing in the wrong direction. And people might be shocked and they'll wonder how you did it and you'll be a hero. But if your job purely is to look at data and tell people what the data says, and it would be a very big conflict in your life and your career if you were to only listen to your intuition over data, then I would skip this. It's just not the session for you. So we're going to get started. And as usual, I want you to turn off anything that might buzz or notify you. And since I did have a couple of other lives before where my internet connection got weak and I ended, I'm first and foremost going to make the suggestion that should you not hear my voice for 10 seconds or more, that you count yourself back into full alertedness. Okay? Okay, so take a deep breath. Just because it feels good. It feels good to breathe, right? How often do we walk around all day with a pit in our stomach, taking shallow breaths, when it feels so good to breathe? It feels so good. It doesn't have to be any particular way. Just do that. If you're hearing ambient noise in the room, cars going by, trains going by every so often, my birds, jingle bells from cats and dogs, it's fine. It's ambient noise. So just put yourself in a state where you know you're in a safe, calm, present place. That's great. That's great. Now I want you to close your eyes, and I want you to point your eyes up like you're looking at some stars. And keep your eyes closed and your face pointing straight ahead, but I want your eyes up. And they're going to flutter, and that's perfectly normal and natural. And with each flutter, you feel a wave of relaxation going up through your forehead and down the back of your head, down your neck. Each flutter just sends an instant wave of relaxation, and you're just looking up as though you're looking at stars starting to appear. 1, 2, 3 stars, 4 stars. And as you look up at these stars and they start to appear more and more, you get deeper and deeper relaxed with every flutter, just sending a deep wave of relaxation all the way down your body, all the way from your eyes up to your head, down to your toes, deeper and deeper. Feeling the relaxation set into your muscles, your arms, shoulders. You might feel your shoulders drop a little bit, and your jaw might drop a little bit. Just feeling deeper and deeper relaxed with every flutter. And as you get deeper and deeper relaxed, feeling it in all of your muscles and all of your bones and all of your toes and all of your organs, just completely relaxed, Your eyes start to drop down now as though you're gazing over the horizon, watching the indigo sky overtake shades of orange and yellow, feeling deeper and deeper relaxed. Looking down now, starting to realize below you there is a staircase, just like a wooden door with a rope on it. When you pick up this rope, you can feel the rope in your hands, and you lift it up, just a little bit of pressure. You hear it pop open, and underneath that trapdoor are some stone stairs. You can feel underneath these stone stairs just a sense of a cool sense just coming over your face, just feeling so relaxed, deeper and deeper relaxed. And you can hear the rush and the bubble and babble of some water. You're going to step down those stairs into this pool of tranquility, taking the first step, 10, 9, feeling deeper and deeper relaxed, 8, 7, feeling so deeply relaxed now, 6, so deeply relaxed, 5, 4, you can hear now the water, the rush of the water getting louder, anticipating how relaxed you'll be in this wonderful pool of tranquility. 3, 2, feeling the spray on your feet now. 1, dip your toe in the water. You can feel it's nice and warm and relaxing. It feels so good. Now when you're ready to make this change, just step yourself into the water and just lay down, let it run over your head, continuing to flood you with a sense of deep relaxation. Should you stop hearing my voice for 10 seconds or more, you're going to count from 5 to 1 with each number, bringing yourself 20% more into the room until you are full, aware, and awake. In the meantime, we're going to help you communicate. You are communicating now with the part of your brain responsible for your intuition, and I want you to feel a great sense. You just feel a great sense of gratitude. You are so completely grateful that you have this inner wisdom, this inner knowing that can help you make decisions instantly. Just this wonderful, great, instant access to answers. So feeling so grateful now that it's there. And you know that it's there, and your gratitude that it's there, and you are going to vow to your intuition that you will listen to what it has to say. And if you need to, during any kind of moment where there is stress, you are going to take a deep breath just to relax your brain and get the rest of your brain to quiet down so that you can give your intuition the chance to give you that answer in a way that you will hear it loud and clear. Your intuition now is able to communicate with you loud and clear. And you hear the answers that your intuition is providing you loud and clear, and you are also brave enough to listen to your intuition. You trust your intuition. It is you. It is the best part of you in understanding where to go, how to go. You will be listening and trusting your intuition infallibly. Even if what your intuition tells you might defy what data tells you. It might not be what everybody else might accept as the right direction for you. You're going to trust your intuition over any advice that you will receive, and you are going to become one of the best decision makers and trusted decision makers and advisors that anyone will want to come to. And every single day, you will get stronger and stronger in listening and trusting your intuition. With every single day, trusting your intuition and listening to your intuition more and more, being able to easily access the answers. You're going to either hear it clearly in your mind, or you're going to tune into your body. And your body is going to tell you if you feel that your body is heavy in any way or weaker in any way, you are going to know that the answer is no. That there is something you should not be doing. But if your body feels light, if there's a sense of joy, if there's a lift in your chest, if your chin suddenly goes upward, then you are going to know that the answer is yes. Yes, you should do this. Yes, you are right. Yes, this is something that you want. This is something that is in your highest good. And you will be more and more aware of your body's response to these answers with every single day that passes. And you'll become better and better at listening to what your intuition is telling you and knowing that it's coming from your intuition, because you will feel it with your body. Every single cell in your body is going to help you understand what your intuition is telling you. I'm going to count from 5 to 1. With every number, you're going to come 20% more into the room. 5, becoming more aware of the sounds around you now. 4, becoming more aware of everything else in your surrounding, the chair you're sitting in. 3, feeling the sensations return to your body, your hands and feet. 2, taking a nice big stretch, deep breath or even a yawn. 1, eyes open, wide aware, back into the room with me. You did great. How do you feel? I, as always, am going to be very interested in hearing if there are any breakthroughs or revelations in your life as a result of being here. If there's any decisions that you're better able to make now, especially if the decision is in defiance or in contrary to data or conventional wisdom. Just even if you enjoy the experience of hypnosis, or if there's something about these sessions that you'd like me to improve and enhance so that you can get greater value out of them, please leave those comments. And of course, if this wasn't long enough for you, because these are mini hypnotherapy sessions, you won't have the full effectiveness of a one-on-one session, because I won't have been able to gather information from you that will personalize these suggestions that I'm making to you to make them more in alignment with your subconscious mind, and I won't be able to repeat them as often as really is necessary to make them stick long term. So as always, if you got some value but you want more, book a session with me right on this page. And if you're looking at YouTube, if you're watching this on YouTube, then the page to go to is facebook.com/Huller Hypnotherapy. Alexa, play I Don't Know Why by Sean Colvin.
I Don't Know Why by Sean Colvin, starting now on Amazon Music.
I don't know if you know this song, and you might just think I pick music because I dig music, and I do dig music. But I also do it because music enhances your memory and enhances your mood. And when your mood is up, your memory's better, then these will sink in a little bit more. And I know that they're mini sessions and not full sessions, but any little trick that I can give you that will help them stick, I'll do. And if there were no music,
then I would not get through. I don't know why.
I know these things, but I do.
I don't know why, but somewhere dreams come true.
It's a good song, right?
I don't know where, but there'll be a
Have a great week. Please share your feedback, your comments, share the video, like the page, subscribe, all that.
and every time
Join me next week.
you